Tuesday, May 23rd. Markets continue to play ping pong a little bit. Let's have a deep dive on it, shall we? Let's go. 786 assassins. Welcome back, everybody. Good to see you all. Carolina Keith here. Been watching the charts very closely for the last several days, several weeks, several months. You know the deal, right? Anyway, we've noticed things keep bouncing back and forth, not really wanting to make a good signal in either direction. So what are we supposed to do? This is a great time to talk about risk management and whatnot. We'll get into that in just a moment. But first, if you haven't done so, please check out our Discord right here. 786 assassins / half off. That's launch pass. Click the link. The link's also in the description of this video. It's half off, folks. It costs virtually nothing. Not exactly nothing, but you know, virtually nothing. What's the point in that? Well, we have a team atmosphere. We work together to find the best looking charts at the best time. Perhaps it's a good time to buy Bitcoin, but something else looks better. Or perhaps something else looks good, but Bitcoin looks better. Well, that's what we do in there nonstop. We chart everything you can think of, from equities to stocks to forex to indices, doesn't matter. That's what we do 24/7, nonstop. We are a teaching Discord. We're here to help anyone learn. All you have to do is ask, and you'd be amazed what happens. To the charts we go. Bitcoin first. As you see, clear cut, head and shoulders pattern with a clearly defined neckline. We've yet to break this level. Two things need to happen here, all right, for this to continue along in the path that it's currently going. I want to see candles close above the neckline, which is this green line that you see here. Above the neckline, somewhere up in here would be fabulous. Give me a close somewhere up here. And I would love to be like, hey, there we go. That's exactly what I was looking for, but it hasn't happened yet, all right? Not only that, but if I pull the 8 and 21 EMA up here, you'll see that if you get above this 21 EMA, that'll be your second close above the 8 EMA likely, which would be an early buy signal. You won't have an 821 upward cross just yet. As you see, they are still far apart from each other. They've not crossed. It's going to be a bit for that to happen, isn't it? That's right. So I'm still hand sitting over here, and I haven't made a decision on what I want to do just yet. I still like this local target down here in this green box, which is roughly about 25,000, which is previous support. All right. Now, what invalidates that? What invalidates this previous support is if we break above this trend line here and move up above this right shoulder. As you see, that is a country mile away. And because of that, because it's so far away, it leads me to think things may not get there as fast as everyone wants them to. Now, typically, historically speaking, the first week of June into the, well, I'll say the last couple days of May and going into June have been historically bullish. All right. So, especially in odd years where we're the year before a halvening, just like we are this year. This is the year before a halvening. So I'm led to believe that the bottom is going to come in here soon, right? The bottom of this move here will come in soon. And at that point, that's my kicker to get in and get going with what I want to do. I'll probably buy mostly Bitcoin and very few alts. I don't trust alts a ton right now, but let's get into some alts as well. Everyone's asked a ton about Render, RNDR. This thing has outperformed most other assets that aren't absolute crap coins, all right? Render continues to break levels. It's recently broke the former high. And now that it's broke this former high and created a new high, first wicked, which I didn't really see that big wick come up like that, but that's okay. It's hit one target. I fully expect this thing to go up to the next target. Maybe not all the way up to the next target, but I like at least $3 here for Render to crack through. It is starting to creep into overbought. So I would assume that things slow down here a little bit, but Render's been on an absolute rip. And until it fails trend, I don't hate staying in somewhat while all that runs. By the way, this is all not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just some idiot on the internet who likes to chart a lot. Do your own thing. I've had several requests for Doge recently. So here's the Doge chart. As you see, this downtrend has broken and it's been over it for several days here. Not much has happened yet. Every single time this thing's broken trend back here before, You see it kind of thinks about it for a little bit and then moves. Same thing over here. Broken trend. That's not a very great drawing, but it's kind of me doing it live. Thought about it for a few days and then moved. I'm to believe that we've gone down a fairly large amount here on Doge. And as long as we hold this upward line right here, which is held for quite some time, it's held all the way since June of last year. You see that? I'm to assume that we're going to continue going up here. Now, obviously, it's a very ugly pattern. This kind of basic ping pong price action just on a large scale. You're getting an upward move and a fail, and an upward move and a fail, and we're probably going to get another upward move and a fail here toward this trend line here at some point. So if you wanted to grab a piece of Doge because you think it's down a fair amount and you maybe want a dollar cost average a couple times into it, I don't hate that strategy. Really don't. Here's the 821 EMA. You still have no buy signal here, which is an early fast indicator. Some people have recently asked me about the 50 moving average and why don't I use that more? Well, we can pull that up and look too. Here's the 50-day moving average. It's a basic filter. Anything over the 50-day moving average you would buy, and everything under you would sell. And as you see, we're clearly not over that either. So it's a bit of a gamble here to buy Dogecoin. At this point, even though it's low, you still don't have the buy signal that you may want. ARBITRUM token. I've got the Coinbase chart pulled up here because it has the most data other than Dex Screener. All right, so it's still bumping its head on the bottom of this resistance, has yet to break it. While we do have some sort of trend line break here, right? We have some sort of trend line break here, and I'm okay with saying that because it looks like it's trying its best here. I really need to see it break out of this wedge. Once it breaks out of this wedge, I think that changes a lot of things. It just hasn't quite happened yet, and I'll pull the 821 back up for you here. You can see we're sneaking over the 8 EMA, excuse me, but that's just into the wait a minute zone. Hasn't broken out of that wait a minute zone, which is the area between the 8 and the 21 EMA. Hasn't cracked out of that yet. So again, a bit of a gamble here. I do like the morning star pattern that it threw, which was a big red candle with a doji and then another green candle right behind it. It's typically a bullish reversal pattern. However, bear with it, give it some time. I think ARBITRUM has great upside for when it actually does break out. All right. I expect ARBITRUM to do great things in the bull market. Please don't misinterpret what I'm saying here to be that I think this isn't going to do well. I think this is going to be a big, big performer in the bull market. Just not there yet. All right. Last one we'll do here is Chainlink. It's continuing to have an absolutely horrible half of 2022 and into 2023. It's done almost nothing. It's failed to break some basic levels here. It hasn't cracked this resistance level, and it hasn't cracked this support level. It's literally just boiling. And because of that, I'm inclined to wait to see what it does in either direction. That being said, here's Link on the weekly chart. Look at the Bollinger Bands squeezing in right here. What do Bollinger Bands do? Well, Bollinger Bands show us increases in volatility. Once the bands get very tight, you tend to see price action. I like the fact that it's bouncing off of the bottom band here and trying to move up toward the midline, which is that orange line you see right there. I'd like to see it cross that midline and make a move. However, it hasn't done so yet. So I'm inclined to believe we're going to get some volatility here. I like the Bollinger Band squeezing down like this. This is a good thing. It shows me that it wants to do something. Just hasn't done anything yet. I will note that last time Link outperformed a lot of stuff in the year before the bull market. And that's the year we're in now. So I would like to see Link do more. I can't force it. I got to wait on it. It's not quite a buy yet on the daily chart, but weekly has promise. All right, that's going to be it. Short and sweet. Thank you all for watching. I got some other updates coming up soon. I'm working on some stuff for Presearch. I'm working on an update video for Spartan Bitcoin mining. There's some more details coming out there, and I want to make sure I got them right before I put the video out. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate every single one of you coming on here. It means the world to me. It really does. I'll say it like this. Thank you for being here. And in the words of the late, great, notorious B.I.G., you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. You'll never quite understand how much I appreciate that. Thank you. I'll see you on the next one. Sky's the limit. Peace.